Welcome back, Crafty Crew. Here on this channel, we're diving into the Easter season with some Dollar Tree DIYs that I'm sure the Easter Bunny would love. So grab your crafting essentials and let's bring the spirit of Easter to life together. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and let's embark on these exciting projects. Now let's get crafting. Starting off the video with DIY number 1. So first, these are some really funky triangles that I got from Hobby Lobby. I found them on sale a while ago and I had just been keeping these in my stash and I wanted to make carrots with them. So I painted them with Waverly's pumpkin color, and then I took some of this green raffia that I found at Dollar Tree, and it was kind of perfect because, as you can see, these already come like with pre-drilled holes and whatnot, so I thought this would be perfect for carrots. So the raffia needed a little bit of help sticking together to actually place it inside of the fake carrot. So that's why I just glued those pieces together there. So once you have about 4 pieces kind of in a loop together, that ended up being the perfect fit for these if you can find these at Hobby Lobby. So then I just stuck some glue in the very bottom of these carrots, and that is what holds them in place. But also I wanted to make sure the glue was flat and also just filling in the hole so that way I could paint over it. And so I was just measuring that there just to show that I did about 5 inches tall worth of raffia, and so that's about like the total length that I had these raffia pieces in, and to make sure that they would fit inside these carrots and also have a nice enough stem sticking out. So as you can see, I did go back and paint the bottom of these. Once they're all filled in with the glue, it was perfect, so you just paint right over them and cover it up. And then because I did some loops on these, I figured let's just cut them and just make them all, you know, like crazy stems sticking out. And then I wanted to take some Waverly Antique Wax and just distress these carrots, make them look muddy, you know, make them look like you pulled them out of the ground. So I don't know, I thought that'd be fun. And the wood grain on these triangle pieces really made the antique wax look even cooler. So I cannot wait for you guys to see how these all look in the end result, but hopefully you guys can see the distressing here. But so what I like to do is I just take a little bit of antique wax, a little bit on my chippy brush, just wipe it on the paper towel to get most of the excess off, and then go and just distress what I'm trying to distress. So I grabbed this crinkly paper from Dollar Tree actually. I had grabbed this when they had these out for Halloween, so I just needed something to be the base of this tin, and this is some awesome green faux grass that I got from Michael's. Got this a while ago, but it's over, you can find this over in their faux grass section. They have a whole like aisle full of it, so this came in handy and I'm really glad that I got this. And if you place enough of it on top, you don't even see the black crinkly paper underneath. But I did it like this because I wanted it to be temporary. I didn't want to use floral foam and make a mess either, so this was way less messy, except for the green stuff. So then I just stuck the carrots inside the tin, and this is almost ready to go. So I would say, yeah, the messiest part was really this green grass because those pieces go everywhere, but it was way better than having like the green dust of floral foam from Dollar Tree everywhere. Because I've been working with that a lot lately and it was a mess. So I grabbed this Dollar Tree hippity hoppity sign. I've been stockpiling this as well. I'm using a lot of stuff from my crafting stash for this video, so I apologize if you can't find some of this stuff, but really just, you know, use whatever you have at your disposal, whatever is the next best thing. So these Happy Easter wood cutouts, I get these every year from Hobby Lobby if I run out, and I did pick up another pack of them this year. It was like $1.99 for these small little Happy Easter wood cutouts. Love them. Definitely another go-to item. I try to buy them when they're on sale. And then I just took these wooden dowels from Dollar Tree. These just, I love the wooden dowels. They come in handy for so many projects. So I just hot glued these down and just made sure that everything was secure in place. And then I took some random fabric, some Dollar Tree fabric in different patterns and whatnot. I like this orange one, especially for Easter, and just glued them all in an X shape. And I kept the original bow that came with the bunny and just glued them all together as one big piece. And then I thought that would make a cute little bow for the bunny. And then right where that glue spot was before, where the bow was originally placed, I just placed it right on top and covered it up. So this is ready to go in our tin. So everything actually stayed in place nicely. I wanted everything to be temporary in case, I use this tin for something else. I don't like to, glue things down like that too often. I like to be able to reuse things a lot. Oh, and when you hear the pop noise, that means don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys so much. We're trying to get to 20,000 subscribers, and we're well on our way. So this is a Dollar Tree tin. I've had this for a while, and I never really knew what to do with it. And then the perfect opportunity came along because I wanted to make some sort of Easter basket of some sort. So you just saw me paint that. I just took some Waverly plaster color paint and just painted the majority of it. And then these wood cutouts also came from Hobby Lobby. So you should be able to find these right now at Hobby Lobby or pretty soon because, of course, they're going to start putting out Easter stuff with Easter being in March this year. So this is the Waverly Color Fawn, the Waverly chalk paint. I love this because it's like a muddy brown color and it's also like a muddy grayish brown. So it's the perfect color for a lot of projects. So I doubled up this plain raffia many times. I want to say maybe 5 or 6 times just to make a little bow a little bow tie for our bunny there. And so you can just double this up as many times as you want. You can make this ribbon as thick or, bow as thick or thin as you want. And then I just take the piece that I'm just, looping it with, and I just loop it around and just secure it with some hot glue so everything stays in place. So you can pull out the pieces a little bit, make it even messier looking, and then I just trim off the excess pieces. And this is ready to go on our bunny with some hot glue. So I just decided to use hot glue for this. You can obviously feel free to use a stronger adhesive if you want and pair it with the hot glue. I think E6000 might work as well. I think that works for metal. But for this, I just decided to use hot glue. And you can also use Gorilla Glue if you want an even stronger hold. So these 3 carrots, I got these from Dollar Tree last year. They're adorable. I could not pass them by when I saw them. And now I'm so glad I get to use them in a project. So I took more of that faux green grass from the last project, and I just put the carrots in there first, as you can see, and then just wherever there were some, empty spots, I just stuck the green grass there. And it worked out quite nice. And this is another thing that I just want to be temporary, and I don't want to glue this down and have to, worry about it. But if I want to use this tin for something else, for another Easter project, that's always an option too. And Eddie, of course, had to give his seal of approval. Yep, he headbutted it. I guess he likes it. And here is the end result. And these carrots, these carrots on the bottom, on the table there, my cats kept stealing them. So if you have cats, be cautious with those carrots because they love to bat them around. Moving on to DIY number 3. So of course we have to make a sign. I love to make an Easter sign every year, so of course that's coming up. So this is a wood piece from Dollar Tree that I found. I'm not quite sure actually how big this one was. I just found this at Dollar Tree this year, so I think this might be a newer piece, but I got this in Dollar Tree's Crafter Square section. And when I think of it, I will put the measurements of that sign in the description of this video. So I used plaster by Waverly for the background color of that sign, and then the color I'm using right now is moss on this letter H. And this letter H is just one of Hobby Lobby's MDF letters that I got from their wood or letters section, and I held on to them, and I was going to use them last year or the year before, and I didn't. So perfect for this project. So this is Dollar Tree ribbon, and I just hot glued this down to one of Dollar Tree's little egg-shaped wood cutouts. I put the hot glue right where all of the white dots were, as you can see, because it was actually a great way for the hot glue not to show through if you put the hot glue on the white polka dots on the back of it. So it was perfect. It all just worked out perfectly there. So these little orange carrots, the orange color of those carrots is pumpkin, again, from Waverly. And so these carrots, they're already painted because I had these also painted from about 2 years ago, and I didn't get to use them on a project. So it ended up being perfect, and they were ready to go for this sign. So I actually hot glued down, well, I tried to space the letters based on these little tiny pieces. So laying down these little tiny pieces first and then gluing my letters actually helped space it out the way I wanted it to go. So I don't know, it just helped me visually just align the letters. So I did kind of like, I guess, I don't know, letters last. And then I took more of that fawn Waverly color, and we're just going to color these little bunny wood cutouts from Dollar Tree. They have such cute wood cutouts, you guys, they really do. I bought way too many of them, and they've just been sitting in my Easter crafts basket ready to go. And then I thought, let's muddy the sign up a bit, use some antique Waverly wax, and just use it on the bottom. I wanted to just put it on the bottom and the top of this sign, and then I think I ended up adding it a little bit all over, but I was mostly just worried about the top and the bottom. And I love using my chippy brushes for this. And you know what? I'm going to link to the chippy brushes in the description of this video as well, now that I'm thinking of it. So if you guys are looking for a multi-pack of chippy brushes, I found one on Amazon, and I was pleasantly surprised with it. So I just threw together some ribbon. This bunny ribbon is adorable. I found this at Hobby Lobby as well. Also got it on sale at the right time. It just all worked out well. But I just threw together some burlap pieces and some raffia pieces and just kind of threw it together into a messy bow. And I wanted to see if it would turn out cute. So, of course, I didn't get to film myself layering it because I wasn't sure if it was going to look cute or not. And then it did. So I just had to film what I could of this. So I just took some jute twine and just tried to squeeze it as best I could to make sure it was cinching really well. And then just cut off the jute twine and just put some hot glue on the back of this to secure it to the sign. Sorry, it's a little bit cut off, but I tried to scooch the sign down a little bit so you can see it. And then for a finishing touch, I just felt like this bow needed a little something. So I decided to paint another carrot, wood cutout carrot. This is from Dollar Tree. And just place that right in the middle of the bow. And I think that was the perfect missing touch there. Oh wow, we're already at the end of this video. Okay, DIY number 4. So this metal egg-shaped sign I've had from Dollar Tree for a while now. And so the little chick here to my left, the little yellow chick here, this was another thing that I had painted 2 years ago. It was an extra from one of the signs I made 2 years ago from 2022. And so this was already painted, you guys. I'm sorry. I wish I had some kind of clip there that I could add, but so I have another Happy Easter. I like leaving it in the natural wood color. I don't know why, but but anyway, the chick was, I believe it was the color Canary by Folk Art Paint. And then I just obviously used some antique Waverly wax to just distress it with a chippy brush. So this is another just random bow combination. Took some Dollar Tree polka dot ribbon, and then the smaller black and white polka dot ribbon, that is also from Hobby Lobby. So I just put that all layered in an X shape, and then cinched it again with some jute twine. And I've been meaning to get those skinny little zip ties that someone recommended to me, and I just haven't gotten to the store yet to get them, but I want to try that because it is really hard to cinch a bow one-handed. So I placed this bow up near the top because I wanted it, I wanted to make sure it was not going to cut off the happy Easter would cut out. And that worked out great. But we are going to cover up this little chick's feet. I'm so sorry, little chickadee, but we're going to cover this up because we're going to use some Spanish moss from Dollar Tree and just kind of make it look like a nest. So I did a couple layers of this and just kind of cut around it, just cut off the excess as I went in the shape of the egg-shaped sign. Oh, and so I did about 4 layers of paint on the background of the sign with the Waverly Plaster Color chalk paint. I wanted to make sure to remember to say that because I know I was drawing in circles with a sponge brush, but it took me about 4 layers of paint to completely coat this thing. So yeah. And then at the last minute, I decided to go in and antique this sign. And I know I did this totally last minute. I just, at the last minute, decide, you know what, maybe this does need some distressing, but that's where tiny little chippy brushes come in handy, right? So that's why I'm glad I found these. I love to show some of the distressing process here and there when I can. So glad you guys get to see this. And here is the end result when it's all distressed. So now here's a recap of all the projects that we made today. Thank you guys so much for watching and sticking around to the end of this video. And I really appreciate you guys tuning in every week, subscribing, commenting, liking this video. It really means a lot and it helps the channel grow, helps the videos do well. So just want to say how much I appreciate it. Thanks again, you guys. Let's keep in touch on Instagram. Check out my website, thecraftyquinn.com, and to check out more videos, watch them here on the left. Thanks, guys.